Angus was born into the Iron Fist clan, a proud and fierce tribe of Goliaths who valued strength and honor above all. Although smaller than the rest of his brothers at barely 7 feet tall, Angus showed an early talent for smithing and soon became the clan's best weapon maker. He forged hammers, axes, swords, and spears for his kin and earned the respect of his elders and peers. One day, his clan was attacked by a group of elves from Loriath who wanted to reclaim farmland that had been returned to the wild by the Goliath mountain tribes. Angus fought bravely, but was overwhelmed by the enemy's magic and numbers. He was taken prisoner and brought to the elven city of Aflerion, where he was forced to work as a slave in the armory. There, he met Lydia, a young and beautiful elven mage who was fascinated by his skills and culture. She secretly taught him Elvish and magic, and he taught her Goliath and smithing. They fell in love and dreamed of escaping together after the war to the capital city of Illyria, where they could open their own enchantment shop that they would name the Hammer and Feather, in reference to their odd coupling. However, their plan was discovered by Lydia's father, a high-ranking elven general who despised Goliaths. He ordered Angus to be sent to the front lines of the war against Orcsay, hoping he would die in battle. Lydia begged her father to spare him, but he refused. She gave Angus a magical clockwork pendant with her picture inside and told him to wait for her. She said she would find a way to free him and join him in Valyria. Angus fought for the elves for many years, using his strength and what little magic Lydia had taught him to survive. He earned a reputation as a fearsome warrior, and his weapons and armor were well regarded even among the elder elves. He never forgot Lydia, and always wore her pendant around his neck. He hoped that one day he would see her again. But that day never came. One night, he received a letter from Lydia's father. It said that Lydia had been killed by an orc raid while trying to reach him. It also said that Angus was now free to go wherever he wanted, as he had paid his debt to the elves with his blood and sweat. The letter ended with a cruel taunt. "You can keep the pendant. It means nothing now." Angus was devastated by the news. He felt like he had lost everything: his clan, his love, his dream. He became bitter and angry and threw himself into his work. He continued to fight for the elves, not caring if he lived or died. He became obsessed with creating new and powerful weapons and armor, using his magic and smithing skills to enhance them, but he was never able to create the kind of works that he had created together with Lydia. Those were works of passion and obsession. When Angus was in his darkest moments, he would take apart and reassemble the clockwork pendant Lydia had given him, searching for some kind of message or secret hidden inside. There was something about the way it was constructed that didn't make sense to him. It contained mechanisms that were hidden but had no purpose. It had springs that coiled around solid, unmoving rods. It seemed hopeless. How could a Goliath brute such as he understand the intricacies of Lydia's fine craft? Thinking that he was missing some part of a puzzle, he started building out parts of the arcane clockwork in his own larger rudimentary contraptions, trying to find a way each component could possibly fulfill a purpose. It wasn't until a decade later, when he was standing before his first masterpiece since her death, a life-sized mechanical steel guardian in the shape of Lydia, that he finally understood what the message in the pendant was. The work had insulated him from the feeling of loss. The obsession had rekindled the forge in his heart. There was no meaning in the clockwork other than to drive him from his loneliness to master that which Lydia could no longer help him with. In that moment, as he looked upon the bronze visage of his lost love, now a master of both the anvil and the arcane, he felt that Lydia was back with him once again.